just believe me. Even if the words don't come out, they're here inside my head, stuck inside my mouth.
All right. It is time for Due Process League. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Byakko. I'm going to be bringing you some of the action plays for our first match of Due Process League Season 1 quarterfinals. In the red corner, we have the Comrades of Catgirls, DFC, facing off against the Admirals of the Avocados, Guac. With me today is going to be Spooky. Spooky, give yourself a big hello to the crowd.
Hello, everyone. I'm very much looking forward to what's going to happen here, and it seems like the audience is as well. So I'm around here. I'm in my seat. I'm ready for this match. What about you, Byakko?
Edge of my seat, to say the least. But yeah, we got a great matchup set to be played here today. Again, first match of the playoffs. It's quarterfinals, so still a long way to go after this. But these teams got a lot to compete for, and pride is going to be chief among them. As first match playoffs win, you want to get that, and you want to get it under your belt quick, and just move on to the semifinals, which we'll be bringing to you next week. So that said, we are just about ready here to get underway. We got both teams all set up in the server. We're going to be playing the latest branch of Due Process, and hopefully some really good maps come out of this pick. I'm not sure who I'm going to be favoring at this time. Both teams have shown off some pretty admirable skills over the course of the season, and I think either of them have a chance to take it. Do you have a pick, though?
I'm not sure. I kind of want to see DFC make a comeback from when I last saw them play, honestly. I think that this could be a match that they can make a comeback, but we'll have to see. Although the audience seems to lean towards more the Guac fucking side over there, like they got the advantage with the audience there, and I think it's going to be interesting to see who pulls it together.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, just taking a look at the chat, seeing who's rooting for what, but seems like the match is about ready to get started. So we're going to jump in onto the server and get a good look at what they have to offer right here and now. So I'm not sure who I would vote for, though. Both teams, I think, are on a pretty even playing field. And if it goes to 3 maps, I will not be surprised. In fact, I'm not even going to pick who I think could possibly be the favorite. And here we go into the loading screen. We see the cold shoulder being given by the part of DFC. In fact, both teams kind of doing their own little thing here at the start. So what will be our first map? Remember, everyone, it is a 3 sets, best of 5, or first to 5, I should say, on each set. So each team will get a chance on offense and defense, and then a flip over at the end if need be. So it is sometimes favorable to be on one side or the other, but we do try and switch it around. So first map here will be a factory from the look of it. We'll get ourselves a look in here to see what we have going. And Spooky, take us away.
Yeah, it looks like we're starting off with a factory here, and we've got a very large center here. Are these new maps? I believe they are, right? These new maps added into the batch. I can't remember seeing this map, so I have no idea.
This is a newer map, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So. Definitely going to be interested in seeing what the players do this time. It does look like DFC wants to go for an office push. However, the Guac seems to be predicting a servers push, which might prove a bit of a detriment towards the Guac defense, but we'll see. They do have some foothold on offense, it seems. They want to set some barbed wire up, and I think this offense is going to be very important to control. It's going to give them that height advantage, and also that office is going to allow them to use that staircase on that north section right there to get down into conveyors and take control of that bomb area. Same thing with docks as well. Docks is going to be very important for keeping control of this map. So I think whichever team can kind of keep hold of that, I think will have the advantage here, because those two spots are very important for holding off this bomb position. And there's also a power switch, but it's kind of off to the side, and it's a little bit hard to reach, especially on a normal attack. So I'm interested to see if DFC tries to go for it. They do have it circled, so it's possible. But actually, it does look like they've changed their attack plan up. They've decided to go for a green push and have the fan be a possible way of looking through or entry. And Guac's mostly on this western side here. They seem to have defended better for Office and Green Door than I expected. So we'll see. We'll see who can take better control of this side then.
Yeah, and I think they're probably going to try and do both fan and Green Door. And fortunately, nobody from the defending side here is going to be sitting there in storage or servers. They would be, dead to rights as soon as anyone came in there. So there goes the first little bit of fire we got coming out now. One member, it's AJ falling back, Molly going out to hold him in place. Vash doing his work to hold off the top side there. It's just going to be a slow delay. Frag going out, smoke going out. Nothing coming from that, though, just yet. Looks like it might be a power play, though. Ooh, Ninja Dude getting buzzed by the...
Yeah.
Gotta be careful there. So, Youngster with the Saber. That's not something we usually see coming out in round one. Let's see if you can put that to good use here. Just a little bit of chip damage to both sides. Not a whole lot so far. There'll be Shade going for the lights. The lights are down now. First frag comes out from Yango, though. And Vash has got to watch out. He's got a member coming up behind him. It's going to be Defex getting the first frag there. Mandark now in engagement. He's getting taken down there. He does manage to take down Shaddy in the meantime, though. It's just down to Curb and Ninja Dude. Defex is going for the defuse here. We'll see if Curb can stop him, and he does. But good bit done there. Curb now in his fight with Sfa. A fight. Yango.
Whoa, Curb matrixing.
Oh no, Curb just got stuck in a reload there. He just could not find his way out of that, and it's gonna be Yango to finish him off. Yango coming in with a pair of frags and that final defuse. First round going the way of the wonderful anime girls over in DFC. Looks like they're gonna take their time to look around for anything that they can. No super weapons brought in. Very limited utility. In fact, I don't even know if they decided to bring flares in that, which might have been to their detriment. So, yeah, but they will have full utility. They didn't even drop barbed wire of any sort here on the defending side for Guac. So they will have a pretty good standing for the next two maps. But most importantly, Youngster there did keep the super weapon for the attacking side. That wonderful, wonderful Saber that has gotten some updates recently, and it's been much more effective.
Yeah, so we saw that round that the power was taken out, and I feel like that was probably the biggest problem right there for the defense. So I think taking that power on DFC's side was very, very strong. That smoke on the power to secure that was very important for them to take it. And although, like you said, Guac didn't really take much utility on that or power weapons, so I feel like they were maybe expecting a loss there and kind of preparing for the worst, and they just didn't bring anything so they can secure these rounds with as much utility as they can bring. They still have other barbed wire. They haven't used any power weapons. They can put auto shotties anywhere in this map. Considering it's a kill house, it's going to be very important to use the power weapons here to keep control of this area, especially with this. All these wood walls. You can wall bang through all of these wood walls right here. So it's the auto shot is very strong here. I think keeping that in their arsenal, and the mop sometimes works on these maps as well. So it's all up to what the defense wants to do. But this is definitely a more close quarters map that we've got here. There's a little bit of large areas, mainly the club and lockers as per usual, but the locker seems to be the green door entry, and I don't think DFC is really going to bother with that too much. It looks like they want to go for a straight kitchen push here and just use this red door to get access directly into the bomb site. They can use their grenades to blow up any barbed wire in the way, and it looks like they might be expecting that, but I'm not too sure. The defense is kind of marking off where they want to put their barbed wire, and I think honestly Guac is in a better position here to secure this win. I mean, they've got all their utility. They have their power weapons. They have the advantage of defense. Like on this map, there's quite a few entrance points to this bomb site, but they really only have to watch a few as long as they have people in club and hallway. So it does look like they want to have a couple people in hallway to keep that. They know it's going to be pretty important to hold. But Curb is actually the only one in office with the auto shotty, so I wonder if DFC is going to check that corner or get sprayed by Curb. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. He should be hearing these footsteps coming around, and we are seeing a little bit of a rotate there. Vash and Ninja Dude making their way down. But there's going to be a big swing by Youngster here. I wonder if he's going to try and be a late flank in. But there goes the breach, and Defex is going to be leading off on the way in. Super Shotty coming around the corner. Gets one, gets two! Finally taken down. Curb wings 2 members, though. That's going to be big here later in the round. But there is a chance for that gun being recovered. Mandark goes down on the backside, though, to Youngster. So evened up, 3v3. Watch this slow push. Youngster just waiting on the backside, finally going to make his way around. See Ninja Dude doing a little spray through the walls there, trying to get some chip off. And it is 1 member right now of DFC low on health. All 3 members of Guac on full. See if any cheeky wall bangs come out here. Bash in a good spot to do some of it. Ooh, wall door breach on that. Ninja Dude pinned into the corner, though. 1 member gets taken down on the backside as well. Bomb being tickled on the defuse. AJ's got his work cut out for him. He's going to have to go in for the fight. And no, it's going to be Youngster to shut it down. Sealing in the second round there for DFC. Just not a lot that DFC could really do to surprise. Not a lot that Guac could do to surprise DFC there. The angles were pretty straightforward, and pulling back, you couldn't go very far until you were right on top of the bomb with that entry onto the bottom side of the map. So definitely well played there on the part of DFC, and they're going to take that second round here as soon as the defuse gets tickled off into the end.
Yeah, we saw a very important hold by Youngster on this lockers window, and I was able to hold off the flank right here on this defender moving in. So I feel like if this defender had gotten into office, it would have been helpful, but Youngster was very smart to hold this angle to make sure that there was nobody rotating, and there was, and it was able to get them an extra pick, and they were able to use that kill and its momentum to kind of flash in and move as quickly as they could into sight. And they used that timing to rush into that site, take out whoever's inside, and just hold off the doorways, it worked out perfectly in their way.
Yeah, if DFC doesn't hard check Mandark over there into lockers, he gets to make a big flank around through office once they finally, make that push into kitchen. He's going to come around on the backside. He's going to get at least 1 kill, 2 kill, maybe even 3. But that little push around, peek through the window in the lockers, found him out and got him killed. And, that might have sealed the round there for DFC just by checking that one location. But anyways, we're off on to C-Store Operation Dawn Timber. Take it away.
Yeah, so we've got a very strong green door wall charge actually here, as we see the defenders pointing out. It's a direct wall charge straight into a power switch. Although considering that the defenders didn't really bring any flares on the factory round where it would have been helpful to them, it definitely seems like this might be a move where they can definitely use their flares that they didn't use on that first round to secure this round, because it looks like DFC does want to go for the wall charge. So these bringing their utilities can be very important here. And you have to remember, DFC did a first round green door breach, so they still have most of the utility. They only used the door charge on the red door on that last map. So we probably are going to see separate entries here. Maybe we might see a red door push, but it's more likely that they'll wall charge into this power room and storage, get that power and move into tellers, maybe get the storefront, or they can door charge the storefront to get an entry or to get a viewpoint into the storefront and get an angle, and to make sure there's no defenders in there holding off the teller spot. But we'll see. It does look like they just want to go for the clean, just push through storage, get that storefront open, and then move in. But we are going to see the Saber maybe in use on the front of the storefront. So I think they are going to get that power switch off after maybe they get the teller door. I'm not sure if they're going to hit the power, because if they hit the power first, then they won't be able to open the storefront. So we'll see.
So we see Ninja Dude with the mop on this round. He tries to get a little bit of a quick shot off, but catches nothing on it. And already 3 members in. There goes the mop. Ninja Dude with the headshot. Right over on the youngster. Steals that kill instantly. He's going to make his way all the way back in the freezer. And he's going to have a chance for a second shot here. Shutters are open though. Shaddy is on the way in. He's found the frag over on the Vash. That's going to even things up. And Yango's just waiting. He knows where that mop is. But he's kind of stuck in the corner. If he tries to make his way out of there, there's going to be 1, maybe 2 shots ringing out his way. There goes another frag. Ninja Dude with his second on to Yango. Mop doing work for them right now. Defects and Shaddy got the work cut out for him, facing off against a 2-man advantage on the favoring side of Guac right now. Frag goes off, finds nothing. Shaddy and on the top side going to move towards bathroom, see if Mandar can find anything there. I believe that door is closed at this time, though. Slow and methodical push. Gonna have to find those frags first, even things up in their favor. There goes Defects opening the door, tries to make his way through, gets taken down in the process. Shaddy's being flanked right now. He's got AJ coming in on the backside, but it will be curved to finish him off. And there goes the first round over into the favor of Guac. 2-1 as we go to switch sides here. Sending Guac over onto the attacking side as DFC takes up the defense.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to go that way, honestly. I felt like that attack was going to be stronger, but I feel like Guac was just prepared for it. They knew the enemy's plan and they set up accordingly. They were able to instantly toss a Molotov into the tellers. You know, they had Ninja Dude with a mop all the way on that arcade angle, all the way up into the doorway. So if anyone had come in to rotate through there, the Ninja Dude would have just sniped him off. And that's exactly what we saw happen with the 2K. And we also saw Guac responding very well to attackers trying to move in there at the end with a flank coming in from another defender and just cleaning up the attackers after their misplay on the tellers. But they got called out by Guac, and it seemed like Guac was able to take that advantage on them. So we're moving back to Factory here. We've got Guac on the attack now and DFC on defense. Curious to see if they go for the green door push as well, but I think a bigger play here would be to go through any of these red entrances, because it's pretty helpful to get control of these areas very, very quickly, because you could have a mop on docks or something, watching all these green door angles and watching this power. So if you breach these red doors, it's a pretty easy take for the site, I would say, but we'll see. It doesn't look like they're making much of a plan on the attack side now. They do maybe want to go for the power, but yeah, that does seem like they want to go for the power there and go through that green door. But we'll see if it goes the way they planned, because we saw that DFC had a very strong attack on this map, going for this exact plan, mainly because of the smoke being deployed on shelving, making sure that no one was sniping in while they're getting the power, and then just a very quick push out into the main area once the lights were off. And they made very good use of their time with the lights off. So we'll see if Guac can do this as well, and we'll see if DFC can call them out on this. We'll see, because I'm not too sure if they're really setting up exactly for this. Although they do have everyone on this northern and eastern side, so I'm not seeing anyone on the west office or docks or anything. So they're all just kind of stacked up on the eastern side. I think they're expecting a green door push here, and Yangzhou's right underneath the fan, so.
Yeah, Yangzhou can make an interesting play here. If that angle isn't checked, I don't even know if they can see him, even if they do push through and up onto that catwalk there to check down. But he can come in on the flank side. He's got the weapon to make a good use of that. And then we will see the other members all make their way all the way back to that left side of the map. So here we go. Entry into the building. Flashes going out. 4 members on that bottom side coming in the storage. But Yango makes himself known early. He pays for it. AJ gets the frag over there, but I think it was a help from several members of his team all chiming in there. So not a good play there for Yango. Lights go off. Predictable move there. And there come the flares, though. This is what we didn't have the last time. Sva, though, picking a long-range fight with the Gruber. I'm not sure you want to be doing that, Sva. Like, it was a very powerful weapon, but not at that range, typically. Like before, though, we do see the Saber coming out and Ninja Dude having it in his hands. Curve just kind of pushes up on his own, though. He pays for it. And now, all of a sudden, just kill after kill after kill. The Ingmars and the Mop range in on all members of Guac there and just finish them off in an instant. Wow. Oh, my goodness.
It was looking in the side of Glock there, but DFC just kind of pulled it back right at the end. Like they just got kill after kill, like you said. They just kept on rolling off with the kills.
Yeah, shots were not missed there on the part of the long-range weapons, and just perfectly accurate fire there coming out. And now it's going to be 3-1, rolling over in favor of DFC big time. So Glock got their work cut out for them. They're going to have to win these 2 maps here to just tie it up.
Yeah, we saw this exact plan that Guac did that last round. We saw that exact plan come from DFC, and okay, we saw that exact plan coming from DFC on their attack round, and Guac tried to hit the power, but DFC was prepared for it, like you said, with flares, and I feel like those flares had secured them that vision just to be able to snipe. And we saw Youngster getting shots with the mop downrange, and I don't think that would have been possible without flares. So I think it was very smart for defenders to bring flares this time because they knew how powerful that power was.
Yeah, I think trying to replay the same strategy that was used against you is not the call there. You know there's going to be flares coming out. You know you didn't have flares when it happened to you, and using them, or they're going to be used against you if you try that same play. So I think they should have tried to switch it up. But hindsight's 2020, just like this year.
Yeah. So we'll see. We're seeing possibly the same plan that DFC had. We're probably going to see that on Guac's attack side here. They're outlining the same doors, and honestly, it's not a bad push. We saw from DFC last time that it's a very strong push as long as you can move with as much momentum as you can, just moving straight into the bomb site, clearing out all these corners. They have flashes lined up and everything. The smokes. This smoke up here on this north door would be very interesting to see how DFC would respond to this, because the smoke goes off. If a DFC member is in club by themselves, they're kind of faced with a decision if they just push straight through it and hope that they can maybe get a kill in there, or if they hold back and wait for the smoke to dissipate. Because being in this site when this flash goes off that they've outlined here is not a good thing at all. If you get flashed in this site, you're basically dead. We're seeing Youngster hiding in the corner here, and we'll see how the Youngster can hold this off, and Shad with the defense possibly also as well, because Shad is the closest one to this door. So there you go, Guac moving in on the door.
Defexo, he did take a tar with him, so that's a powerful weapon to have on the defending side. But here comes that push. All 5 members running in at the same time. There goes the knack, ringing off, doing barely any damage though. I think only one of those bullets connected onto anyone. Ingmar doing a little bit more work there. Hoping for a cheeky frag with the door breach, but doesn't come out. Curb taking his peek around the corner, but he takes a little bit of chip damage, but it'll be Vash to go down in the crossfire. Lots of wall banks coming out in Curb, but he's stuck in the corner there. The molly comes out and just toasts him alive. Right now, it seems to be more of just a wallbang battle. Jack's taking a little bit of damage on top. Ooh, that frag almost took down a member of DFC. Down to just 5 health, perhaps. I believe that was Yango or Shaddy up there. Things have settled down. There goes the fight, though. Shaddy wins the battle. 2 members left alive. Mandark gonna return to fire. Get the kill on the Shaddy, finally. Peeking through there, gets another frag over on the Yango. It's gonna be AJ up top, though. He's picking a fight with Defex. See who can win, and it will be Defex, so it's all down on the Mandark. And he's got a potential it's now 1-man flank coming around behind him. It's Fa. Sneaking in on the backside. Mandark pushes Youngster, gets the frag, turns around, gets the kill on the Fa. He can do this. 1v1. 1v1 Defex coming around the corner. Single tap. Mandark tried to make that a battle, and he pulled out 4 kills, just could not get the ace in the defuse. Defex shuts him down and puts DFC over on the game point.
Wow, that was extremely close on the side of Mandark to clutching that, but all those battles just slowly chipped away Mandark's health, and it just wasn't enough to hold off on the last fight. And especially with the bomb pressure, it was a very good play on Mandark to start defusing there, to put a little bit of pressure on the defense side to get them to pop out on that 1v1 situation. But sadly, Mandark didn't have enough health. But we saw a lot of interesting plays there coming from DFC on that round. I mean, we saw that they were holding off that as soon as they heard that door get blown, they just instantly ran into the site to hold it off. We saw people in the hallway holding it off. I believe it was Shad with the black tar holding off in that hallway and just holding off that door. We also saw Molly coming up. Very smart use of utility from both sides, honestly. We saw smokes going off to cover entrances, but sadly, Guac almost had it, but DFC was able to defend it, and hopefully we'll see Guac get another round here, because I'm interested to see on how they can bring it back. But I think this is a very important round for them. If they can win this, then maybe they can snowball into the next few rounds.
If anything, that play from Mandark might have energized them a bit. They might be a little bit more uppity now. And remember, if they win this round, it switches sides again. They've seen those maps before, and they can maybe formulate a little bit of a better strategy on that time around. 4-1 is not a death sentence in this game, and people need to remember that. So we will see C-Store here coming out. Pretty obvious setup here, possibly being that wall breach in the storage. Right for light switch. We saw that last time. It did not work out for DFC, though. And we'll see if it works out in favor of Guac if they do decide to do that. But it looks like they're going to maybe forego Arcade and Freezer this time around. So, remember, Freezer was a death sentence for them. Or I should say, for them being DFC. We had a Ninja Dude with that mop bring out 2 shots on the members there. And that was the play of the day. For winning them their first map here, but they got a ways to go.
So I was cleaning out the freezer shells with the auto shotty, letting the attacker know that there's an auto shotty in the map, and seeing attackers line up on the door.
Bottom side breach, and it's going to be a fast rush in. Molly though goes out, not going to be doing too much damage. We will see a pair of kills coming out both sides though. Now it's a man advantage, though, in favor of Guac. Fight coming around. Ninja Dude wins that against Youngster. I'm going to see the bomb being tickled here. Vash is getting it on. Defex is going to try and flank all around. I'm not sure there's anything he's going to be able to... Oh, no, he's coming in on the backside. Well, he gets a kill on the Vash. Vash swings around, frags him out. Vash coming up with a double kill. And the defuse there. And it will be that 4-2 score line that we were hoping to see. And remember, switching sides, maps that we've seen twice before... there's a chance here, very much so, for Guac, and they definitely have the ability to change their strategies, move things into their favor, and potentially still pull out a victory here. So DSC needs to be careful.
Yeah, Guac is definitely in high hopes after that, I think. I mean, that attack was very strong by them. They instantly, as soon as that explosion went off, just flooded in, flashed all the corners they needed to. They watched all the corners they needed to, and they got frags very quickly and secured that storefront as soon as possible. And I think that was what was most important in that round.
Yeah, and just aggressive plays. I mean, they knew that if they went hard in just an instant, that they're going to catch at least 2, maybe even 3 members of the defenders like off guard. They're probably going to be in a different room, and they're going to have to make their way in. So at most, they knew they're facing off against 2 people coming into the storefront there. And they made good use of that.
We're going to see maybe a change in plans here. We're back on this factory. We've seen both teams opt for a green door into power play on this map. And while it's very strong, it's also very, very predictable at this point, I think. I don't think either team is going to want to go for it because I'm pretty sure both of them know that it's a strong play. And I think Guac is definitely going to maybe defend against this. Although... that could go poorly in Guac's favor if they decide to, focus all their efforts on this eastern side and then get kind of messed up on the west side on this office if DFC chooses to go through this office, which I believe is probably what's going to happen because, once again, this office is very good for keeping control of the map. There's a catwalk up here that you can use to watch the bomb from back here. You can get off on docks and watch all these angles with the black tar or any gun you want to use. Also, you can use it as a defender and, sit up here with a mop and snipe all the way to power and all that. However, we're seeing actually quite a bit of activity on this west side near the office. So defenders are set up in a good position to hold off against DFC here. And we're not really seeing much defense on the east side than I would have thought, actually. So maybe both teams know that either one is not going to go for that play. But I'm not too sure. They do have the mop in play, actually. So Ninja Dude with the mop. We've seen Ninja Dude use this mop before and get 2 kills. So I think it's also obviously a weird play to put in an office, but maybe it's going to be useful here. We'll see.
Oh, they got the sound cue. Ninja Dude, he bailed out quick. I was going to say, if he got caught there in office, that was going to be a bad time. So here we go. Yeah. 2 members coming in. Mandark throws a molly up there. It's going to pin all members up on that top side. Sva's going to try and make his way down. I don't know if he's doing docks or a green door push. There goes the first frag out. AJ winning it out against Effects. That's exactly what they need. Gruber coming into play, but there's Sva. Chimes back over onto AJ, evens things up. Mandark sitting on the bomb, ringing out. Ninja Dude peeks around with the mop. I think he landed the tag with that, and now Curb's going to finish off Yango, but 2 kills ring out in favor of DFC. Shaggy comes around the corner. It's going to be all down on the Ninja Dude. Manages 1 frag, but he's got to back off, and the bomb defuse might start coming out here in favor of Youngster. And he will. Ninja Dude, he's got to make his way around. He's got to stop this. Comes around on the bottom side. Tries to get the mob shot. Can't do it. And Youngster jumps off the bomb, but he's going to get it anyway. Oh, Youngster could have just held that to begin with, I think, and had his victory there, but it won't matter in the end. DFC comes away with it. Yeah, DFC comes away with it 5-2, and it's going to be the first set of 3 going their way, and we're going to switch sides coming up here, but closer than it seemed. Even at a 5-2 scoreline, we saw a few 1v1 fights ring out in the end, and pretty much all in favor of DFC, so that was a big contributing factor.
Yeah, however, we did see very strong kind of power moves from single players on Guac's side, and we saw a lot of clutches there that were very, very close, but DFC was able to bring it together near the ends of both clutches, and we're seeing DFC come out with the win here on the first match of the best of 3. So it's not looking too good for Guac, but I think they can bring it back maybe, but DFC is looking very, very strong in this match, honestly, and they're showing that, you know, they can be a very strong team together if they can put their heads together. You know what I mean? Like we saw very, very strong plays from DFC there on both their attack and defense rounds.
Very much so, and it seems like DFC is just pulling out a little bit more in the way of synergy for their team as a whole. But we're seeing individual skills from Guacamole that are just so much, you know, far and above. It's just a matter of, you know, we had the one round where Mandark pulls off a 4K and they still weren't able to win the round, is nobody else had chimed in for a kill that time. So I think if we get a few more cylinders firing for Guac here in this coming setup, they're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. So we are going to have a short little break here, I believe. Unless the teams are about to jump right back in. Waiting on word for that at this time. But in the meantime, Spooky, what are your predictions? Do you think Guac will pull it back, tighten things up, and take us to set number 3?
I'm not gonna lie. I was originally thinking that, you know, DFC was gonna do you know, just kind of style on them, but Guac was holding off a very good fight. Honestly, Guac was keeping up with the clutches, honestly, and they were keeping up with their plans. They called out plans. They got called out. Honestly, it's kind of like a tug of war between both teams right now, I think, with the planning and calling out each other on their plans. So I'm not too sure, but I think Guac may be able to pull out maybe another round to bring it to a third match, but we'll see.
Yeah, they got their work cut out for us, we've said before, but hopefully they can make an exciting match out of this, especially for our viewers. Maybe get a few cheers in favor of Guac going off in chat here, see what the fans watching the show want to say and support their favorite teams. We always like to hear that from them.
I believe they're almost getting ready to set up here on their second match.
All right, so we have word that second match is about to begin. It's just a short delay between rounds here. We're not like CS:GO where we have 40 minutes between games. We can get right back into the swing of things. Some of those tournaments are wonderful, but they go between maps, and you're like, what are the players doing? Are they having lunch? Are they, taking a shower? Like, what's going on here? No, not. We like our sweaty gameplay here in Due Process League. No showers between matches for anyone. So.
One thing I am interested in seeing is maybe if they switch up the plans, because we definitely did see a lot of kind of dittoing with each other's plans. They kind of, Guac noticed that DFC's attack plan was very strong, and then they did it, and it worked for a little bit, but the flares, and honestly, DFC was a little bit more prepared for the attack, I believe. I mean, they had the flares, unlike Guac had on their defense. We saw we saw a lot more utility on DFC's side on the first few rounds, but I think that Guac near the end kind of pulled it together. I mean, we saw the last round, we saw mollies instantly going off in office, holding off those angles on the office. So honestly, I think Guac was just kind of getting warmed up and getting into the groove. So I'm interested to see if they bring it to a third game.
Yeah, when you saw the play go out on Factory where the lights got shut off on round one, usually you expect a lot of teams to use minimal, if any, utility on round one, and then all of a sudden, here you've got DSC swinging around. They're going for a full blind play, and trying to copy off that. Yeah, I think that was not a good move on the part of Guac, but we will be going into set 2 here. Match is loading. See as everybody gets their team set up, and it will be Guac starting off as defenders, DFC as attackers. Let's swing things around. And what is our first map of this set as we get loaded in? The suspense is killing me.
I'm hoping it's a C-Store. I always love C-Store maps.
Well, you will be for it. We are going to be hopping into Kill House. Hand Fist.
Kill House are also always great. Oh, this is an interesting map.
Hand Fist is an interesting name.
I did not notice the operation name, yeah. Well, anyway, so we've got an interesting map layout here. We've got a very strange shutter set up here on this garage. A very large garage in the center, actually. And we've got this kind of entrance here on the garage, kind of move in with this button. So I believe, I'm not too sure, but you might be able to charge into the shutters. I'm not too sure if they're like normal C-Store shutters, but it is labeled as a red door, so I'm assuming that's what that means. But there are a couple very strong entrances to this map. I mean, this garage door is definitely interesting, but it definitely takes a little bit of effort to get into. This kitchen red door entrance, however, is very interesting as well, because it instantly gives you access into a room that's directly connected to this office. However, it's a very strong bottleneck for the defense side, because they can just molly this off and cover off this entire area. So I'm interested to see how defense on Guac goes. Maybe if we get a very strong first round on Guac's side, they can kind of snowball and bring it, in their favor. But DFC does seem to want to save some utility here, going for just a normal green door push with frag grenades for any barbed wire and lots of flashes to clear those rooms.
Yeah, we got Ninja Dude with the Hangmar here on the bottom side. We'll see if that window, if they know to peek him there as they come around the corner. And he's going to ring out a few shots. Take some damage in return, though. Pretty even trade, but not really even when you consider the defensive side advantage. Or, I'm sorry, the offensive side advantage when it comes to health. He's going to swing himself all the way around, try and fall back. And there goes the firefight ringing out all the way from kitchen through reception. Lots of damage being traded, and a few members of DFC quite low at this point.
Yeah, they're making great use of their wall bang here and just spraying at the DFC members and just chunking down their health.
And they're going to push to the top side now. Lockers being the point of entry. There goes Ninja Dude ringing out a lot more damage. 2 members critically low right now for DFC. Ninja Dude trying to make his way out. He's not going to make it. He gets pinned. Curb gets a kill, but is instantly traded off by Shaddy. And now Mandar tries to make his way out on the backside. He's killed off by Defex. Auto shotty from AJ's got to do some work here if they're going to have any chance at this round here. Sees Fa making his way around onto the backside, though. He's going to try and go for a big flank now at their attention. It's grabbed. Vex chiming through the wall, gets a frag off on the Vash, and now AJ goes down as well. Very clean round. Look at the health, though, on DFC. 2 members critically low, 1 at half health. I mean, you're talking about, you know, a single bullet ringing out here and there, and all of a sudden things have been evened up on the part of Guac, but they just couldn't find that damage. I'm going to probably see the, and there it is, Fob with the super shotty. They're going to save that. 3 AP25s coming out of the round as well. So I'm not sure how much use that super shotty is going to be. At least 1 mag still in it. We'll see if they make use of that later on. Yeah.
We saw very strong plays from DFC there. I mean, that was a very strong green door push, and not a lot of utility wasted on the attack side. They've only lost 1 player that round that died, and they came out with an auto shotty, you know, a bunch of AP25s, and Guac was kind of hurting, losing their power weapon right off the bat. And I'm not sure how much utility they had. I don't know if they barbed wire too much, but they definitely lost the power weapon, which is probably going to hurt them on the C-Star. But moving on to a factory round now, I believe.
Yep, factory it is. Bring your flares. Operation Moist Pasture. Good gravy.
Oh, a very big toxic vat here. A little catwalk to go across, but I feel like if a player is ballsy enough, they can just rush right across this pit if they want to waste less time. But we're seeing that DFC maybe wants to go for this office, and honestly, it's not a bad move. It's got direct sight line onto the bomb, which means that they definitely want to clear out anything or any defenders in office, because if they're trying to defuse this and they have a defender up in here in the office, it's not going to be very good for them because they can just hold that window and hold them off. And this docks as well is also very strong because they have this stairway that can look directly at this bomb to take out any diffusers. So I'm not sure how DFC is going to account for these different angles that defenders can hold onto the bomb site or how they're exactly going to attack it. But I believe they're just going to go for a regular office push, maybe, you know, figure out what's going on with the defense side and adapt accordingly. But defense is kind of keeping a general plan here, putting barbed wire in office as per usual, you know, maybe going to sit back in an area to with a mop, and not too sure. They did lose their auto shotty that last round, so maybe if they use a power weapon here, maybe they can grab it back if DFC decides to take it out, but we'll see. I do believe that it's probably Ninja Dude on the fan. Yep, there we go. Ninja Dude on watching the fan with the mop. So if Youngster does decide to peek that, which I believe might happen, then Ninja Dude might get a very, very important pick here.
Yeah, Ninja Dude's been very accurate, and he's just got to keep focused on that. He's got to trust his teammates are going to have his back here. There goes the fire ringing out. Curb finds the first kill over on a defects. That's important. Oh, Youngster, though, wins the fight. Saber over Mop. That's not what you want to see if you're on the defending side here, already a round down. Curb holding that corner. He's going to bail out. He's going to try and maybe even recover the Mop this time, and he does. But Shaddy's going to be on his backside. There goes the fire, though, coming over from Vash. He's going to bring things a little bit closer. Youngster with the second kill. He's taking down 2 Mops this round, and that's big. That might have just secured the round, but no, it's going to be 1 kill. Ringing out for Vash. Facing off against Yango. He's just going to have to defend the bomb here. Youngster coming in with that Saber. Lights go out. Vash in a 1v2 fight. He's got full health. No flares, but we'll see what he can do here. Yango trying to peek around on that side there. Firefight starts off, and it's going to be Yango to win the day. And 2-1 now in favor of DFC. Youngster going to pull out the defuse. I don't think they're going to try and save that mop from the look of it. Yango making his way up into office. Might try and pull out the Yingmar. We'll see what happens here.
You know, very big losses on Guac's side here with the mop, sadly. I mean, Youngster was able to just take 2 kills on mops that round, which is very, very important for DFC. But on Guac's end, it's not going to be good at all for their next round, which I believe is going to be a C-Store. So, you know, keeping that auto shotty for that C-Store is, you know, very, very important because it's a very strong weapon in certain areas, especially in the bathroom sections and the office sections. And the mop is also equally very important to hold long angles or even medium range angles. I mean, if you can get good with a mop, you can take out heads from actually surprisingly close. So if Youngster puts this mop to good use, I think we'll see some interesting kills coming from Youngster.
Yeah, I'm surprised it would take the mop over the Saber unless the ammo for that had gotten low over time. Because remember, the Saber still is a single shot headshot, I believe, against defenders. So I would almost rather have that, repeatable fire, rate that you get from the Saber versus the mop. But we'll see what they can do with it here. Single shot body shot, though, from the mop, as I recall.
Yeah.
So they might just be trying to go for that easier aim rather than popping off heads only.
It's definitely safer if you're confident you can get the body shot.
But yeah, here we go. C-Store. Guac, got to pull it together. They got to get this round because to be down 3-0 is not the place you want to be in at this point.
Yeah, and down all their power weapons, this is going to be very tough for the Guac team on defense. But I have hope. I think they can definitely pull this together if they can plan for defense or for DFC's attack. I mean, if they can call it out and plan accordingly to DFC's attack plan, then I think it's going to be extremely, extremely good for them. But I'm not too sure exactly what DFC is doing. I think they're just outlining exactly what they want to go for in their main plan. Perhaps they want to go for a Shutter's play, and that's exactly what it looks like they're going for. The red door on storage and the wall charge possibly on storefront. We did see a wall charge play earlier in the last match with Guac on that attack side. We saw that it was very, very effective in holding off the defense on the storefront and clearing out anyone that's in the storefront. So it looks like DFC is going to make advantage of this and go for that quick storefront push, and also maybe get a flank on the storage, perhaps if they blow it up at the same time, maybe. But I don't think it's really possible. I'm not too sure if they have both clackers. I believe they do, though. So if they blow it up at the same time, they could mask the noise of the storage being blown up. But we're seeing Guac kind of set up in the center area. There's only really one person in storefront, which honestly, that's all you need, especially if there's going to be a large storefront push, because if you have too many people in there, then they're just going to get flashed and you're just going to die one after the other. So having one person to hold them off as much as you can as other people rotate in is important. And it looks like DFC is setting up here. They do have the auto shotty and Youngster with the mop as well.
Oh, Ninja Dude goes down instantly. That's not what you want. Defex has made his way in. Molly goes out, slows everybody else's push in as Fog comes around in on the top side. Defex in the room. We see Vash gonna run through. He's just looking for angles. Spa on his backside with the auto shot. He finds that kill. He's gonna find it on to AJ. No, AJ swings around with a pump. Mandark and AJ left to hold it down against 4 members of DFC. There they come around the corner. They just swarm him. It's all down on the Mandark. He's got 4 people to kill here. Let's see if he can even find one. There's one. Can't find the second on the Defex. 3-0 in favor of DFC as they just storm their way into the front of C-Store there and just take it by, brute force. Solid gameplay there, and just, again, we talked about it. The synergy of their teamwork is second to none here, and the big plays that they were hoping for were coming out from Guac's individual members just wasn't enough. We've seen damage come out and no kills. Just that health advantage sometimes the attackers have can just be what outplays you. So they're gonna have to turn it around here, coming up onto the second half.
Yeah, we saw during that round. I mean, obviously, the storefront push is always extremely strong, but Spa supplemented that with that storage push and was able to take out 2 defenders, I believe, on that right side to just completely take out anyone trying to rotate in from the storage side, which I think was very, very helpful for them in securing that storefront. Because if they had people coming in from the left side and the north side and the right side, it would have been a bit of a struggle for DFC. But Spa clearing that out as much as he could and making sure that no defenders snuck up on their teammates was extremely well played on their part. And now we're moving on to this kill house here. Teams swapping sides. We now have Guac on attack and DFC on defense. We'll see if Guac can bring a better attack plan here than DFC did, maybe. I mean, we saw DFC go for the very strong green door pushes. And I'm interested to see if this garage door gets used. I'm not entirely sure how it works. I'm assuming it's just a normal shutter door that you can just wall charge. So maybe that'll work. But it maybe looks like they want to go for the button instead. I'm not entirely sure what their plan is, but very normal kind of setup here for the defense. I'm assuming. I mean, they're going to get probably the barbed wire set up on the doors to the site to make sure that they don't get entry into the site that easily. Probably Molotovs in the site as per usual. This utility on this map specifically is extremely useful because there's very, very tight choke points on these doors, and we'll see if Guac can surprise DFC here. And actually, if they go for this wall charge play, it's already surprised me if they go for that plan that they've outlined. Although they're going to have to go through the gauntlet of defenders on the south side there. They do have 3 defenders set up on kitchen and reception, so a lot of shotguns, a lot of close range weapons on this south side, but we are seeing some range and a little bit of medium range as well from Defex and Shad on garage. So they have their weapon choice set up very well. I mean, they have their close quarters weapons all the way down in this close quarters kitchen area, and they have their long range weapons all the way in the garage.
Very much so. Here we go. All down to Guac trying to win out 3 rounds here, hopefully trying to stay in this. We're going to see Ninja Dude kick that door open. Sfaz right around the corner. Not sure if he was blind from that. They're going to push around onto him. Manages to find a bit of damage there, though, but Kerb will take him down in the end, and now Django trying to make his way back. Mandark taking that fight and wins it out. Man advantage here.
Ooh. Wall charge just got rushed into the kitchen, I believe, from Kerb. Not too sure.
Oh, youngster with the wall
there
charge.
it is.
Taking him out. Oh, that's what you want to see. Mandark taking the fight on the Chatty. Tries to get the second kill on the Defex. Defex is going to be taken down though by Kerb in the end.
Extremely effective.
And that's exactly what you need if you're Guac right now. You need that just decisive round. Not a whole lot brought into the fight, though, by DFC. So no super weapons to recover here. So they're going to be looking around for whatever they can find. I'm not sure it's going to be a whole heck of a lot. But that bomb defuse will come through here in just a moment and give them exactly what they need, which is their first round of the set.
Yeah, luckily Corb didn't have to use the frag grenade that he's got on him, and they didn't have to use it on any barbed wire, which means that they can use that in the next few rounds, especially because they used very, very strong utility right there on the wall charge. But honestly, that play was very, very well done. It surprised Youngster and instantly got one of the defenders killed with it, and then they were just able to rush in while everyone was super confused and take out Shad in the corner, and then Defex tried to hold it off, got 1 kill, but sadly wasn't enough. But Guac just, with the very smart plan and catching DFC off guard is the name of the game. You got to catch your enemy off guard, honestly.
Yeah, using those wall breaches as an offensive weapon is something we're seeing more and more, and I love that play there. I'm not sure Youngster enjoyed it as much as the viewers here may have. But here we go. Back around and do it again. We're heading over to Factoria. See what the plan here is. Guac trying to keep themselves up on top. Or trying to get themselves back on top. Hopefully pull out some more wins here and even things up.
It looks like this match, we're not going to see much use of this green door down here in the storage. Although, to be fair, it is a kind of a weak green door. Think about it. I mean, there's 1 window, but it really doesn't look at much. I mean, it can see like this angle if someone's holding the door. It can see this back box, but if there's someone hiding back here with a shotgun or something, then it's going to be rough if you try to go for the docks, which is honestly the only spot you should be going for. Although one thing actually that would be very interesting to see on this map that I just thought about now is if a team decided to rush into Toxic through green door and wall charge defense and just go straight for the bomb. I'm not sure how effective it would be, but it would definitely be interesting. But we did see Guac use the wall charge last round, so not a possibility, sadly. But it does look like they want to go for still another charge on this map. They want to go for the office. DFC planning accordingly, putting the barbed wire down, and that barbed wire might get destroyed by a frag grenade that we saw Kerb save last round. And then they can take this power. If DFC doesn't have any flares, that's going to be a huge detriment to them. But even so, I think the flares on this map aren't too useful, especially in this middle section, because A lot of cover here that can block off the lighting from the flares, and not a lot of good spots to throw it. But we'll see if Guac can take an effective push onto the office here, or docks. They have both docks and office outline. I'm not too sure which one they're going to go for, but they definitely do have a door charge going into the office. There we go.
It's going to be Ninja Dude peeking on the top side, same as before, but he's not going to find anyone holding that angle. Door breach goes out. Curb taken down instantly. Oh, but there's a frag right on a Shaddy. Evens things up. If it was Curb, the nade from the On the Grave comes out in his favor. AJ coming up with another kill. Man advantage right now for Guac. Fight ringing out from Sva on the top side. He manages to find one, but then it's taken down. Ninja Dude's going to have to make his way around. It's an even fight. Oh, no. Never mind. Mandart. He's taken down by Youngster. That's a shot through the window from the mop. That's the advantage right now.
Yeah, we saw Youngster just sniping straight in.
Right through that window leading in the office, and now they're going to hear that. Ninja Dude on the bottom side. He does have the Saber. So Defects, if he peeks that angle a little bit too much... Not to be, though, as Ninja Dude makes his way all the way up through Toxic. Going to have a Mob versus Saber fight here. Still a minute left on the clock. Plenty of time.
Oh, Youngster flanking.
Ooh, lots of damage. Body shot over on the Ninja Dude. Barely any health left for him right now.
Youngster's got the shotgun now.
Youngster knows he's hit him, too.
Ooh. Oh, Youngster's very indecisive.
And there it is. Defects from the top side of office finishes him off. Oh, if that body shot did not hit, there was a chance there for Ninja Dude. But it was not to be. And DFC now on, they're on tournament point, or not tournament point, but match point. Could move on to the semifinals with just one more win.
Yeah, Guac is going to have to put in their best brains here for these next few plans if they want to bring it back. It's very rough to come back from a 4-1, but it's definitely possible. We've seen it before, and hopefully we can see it again. But Guac's definitely going to have to put their thinking caps on and think about these next few rounds. And DFC just needs to, honestly, all DFC needs to do is just go for another strong play and just instantly put all their eggs in one basket and just hold it off as much as they can. But we'll see what DFC decides to do on the C-Store. If they decide to go all out, they can bring an auto shotty, a mop, all that good stuff into this map. And honestly, those two power weapons are pretty strong on this map, especially if Guac decides to go for a storefront breach. You can have a mop sitting back here sniping people coming in. And if you have the auto shotty, you can set up in storage and flank anyone coming in from green door or coming in through storage. Only thing wouldn't be watched is bathroom, but you'd hear it coming in from the shed door being kicked in. However, it does look like that Guac wants to go for a storage push here, which is definitely a risky move. There's a lot of corners that defenders could be hiding in. They could be hiding in plenty of spots in the storage area. So definitely very risky, but if they get out of that area as soon as possible, it wouldn't be too bad. They don't really have the wall charge to take the storefront with, and they've already used it. They've used a door charge already on that factory. So they're down a wall charge and a door charge, leaving them with only one door charge. So they've got to think very, very carefully about their plan here. We aren't seeing a lot of splits coming from Guac, I believe. I mean, we saw DFC having one player always kind of off on their own and breaching into another site, as we saw on Sva last time on this map when DFC was attacking. But maybe Guac can maybe use that same strategy, maybe send a team of 2 or 3 maybe into the green door, but looks like they're just going to go all out on this shed to bathroom play, which might catch Youngster off guard if Youngster's caught in the wrong spot.
Here we go. Could be the final round. Both super weapons in play right now for DFC, Mop and Auto Shotty. See the 5-man stack all coming in through bathrooms right now for Guac. He's going to be met with quite a few guns facing over, and there's the headshot. Youngster, Mop, ringing it out. Starts things off right. 4 kills away from going to the semifinals right now. Shaddy with the auto shotty up top. He's going to have to do something right here against Ninja Dude. As Ninja Dude makes his way in, there's the kill. Comes around on the Vash. Gets the second kill. 2 frags left. Curb. It's all down on the Mandark, and there goes the mob shot yet again. Shetty and Youngster just shut it down. The 2 super weapons come out in round number 6 to secure the victory 5-1 in favor of DFC, and they are on their way to the to the Due Process League semifinals of season 1. GG's going out right now, and
so loud.
So yeah, there it is. Congratulations, DFC.
Those rounds near the end there were rough for Guac. DFC with Shad with the auto shot a 3K right at the end there, just cleaning up Guac on their back ranks. Very rough for them. They put up a good fight, but DFC showing their teamwork and prowess in the game. And moving on to the semifinals.
So hopefully we'll have a little bit of an interview coming up here. I'm not sure which member of either team we are likely to get, but we'll find out here momentarily. Keep our eyes on that. But yeah, what do you think though? Looking back at these matches and the season, where does Guac go from here for season 2?
Well, I think they're in a very strong spot. I mean, we saw that they had very good teamwork. They were, watching each other's backs for the most part. And, the quick thinking coming from some of their planning was very strong. So I think they just need to iron out just a few issues, very few. And I think they can be a top team because they put in a very good fight against DFC. There was a lot of very close rounds. And but we saw DFC come out with the stronger plays. And speaking of DFC, we now have Spa in here from DFC. Spa, how's it going? This current is still muted.
Oh, I was muted. Sorry, Hello, everybody.
So, congratulations on your win. So, we just had a little conversation here, where Guac can go from here, looking into season 2. But same question kind of goes to DFC. Where are you guys looking going ahead for these playoffs? Like, what improvements do you think you need to make?
Yeah, I think just, we play pretty good. Well, I think our communication is probably one of the most lacking things. Like, the comms are pretty hectic most of the times, but, all of the players have, great teamwork. They can play together and, they have good aiming ability. They always will try to win their aim duels, and most of the players we have are very good, and we're all good buddies. So we've played together for quite a long time. I mean, we played in season 1, so I think our teamwork is definitely our biggest strength, but just getting that communication down is will be very good.
All right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. We saw very strong plays coming from you guys on a lot of these maps. We saw a lot of delayed breaches, which seems to be your guys' specialty. I've noticed it a lot, where you guys breach on one side and then midway through the round breach to another and catch a defender off guard. You guys just kind of seem to do that. So what's the thought process behind those? What do you always expect when you do those kind of breaches?
Usually when I ever play, I almost always would just I always think having more of a map. It really depends on the map, because if a map has only I feel a limited options, 2 doorways or something, I would usually always want to use the wall, or a map has just these big choke points, or I know if I door charge here, it will catch someone off guard, because usually you will door charge the west side, and then suddenly it will also door charge the east side, and then you could create this attackers are definitely best when they completely surround the defending team. I mean, once you're surrounded, you literally, it's so hard for defenders to 180 shoot. It's just having these situations where you're in all directions is definitely a really good thing for attack, and that's what we try to plan for.
I would say that's definitely a good call, and that's one thing we've seen from many teams is, especially on maps like C-Store, if you can make 2 entryways at the same time and kind of just close off one half of the map and, make your way together and know, okay, we have no enemies here that could flank us at any point. That's a very good strategy to pull out, because then you know what's ahead of you, and you guys have been using it very well and to very good effect so far. On that note, I think we're just about wrapped up here. Spooky, is there anything else you got to ask Sva here about the win or anything in general?
No, nothing really, but just to congratulate you on your win and very well played on both teams and especially DFC.
All right, looking forward to you guys in the semifinals. You got the hopes and dreams of cat girls everywhere riding on your shoulders.
Yeah, thank you very much. I want to thank my team. We even though we were like 5 minutes late, we still all made it. And big thanks to like Guacamole too. They're really nice, and I know a lot of those players, and those guys are really friendly too.
All right, and that'll just about do it here for us right now. Due Process League first match of the quarterfinals is now behind us. As we just saw, DFC taking the victory there. They will move on to the semifinals, face the victor on that side. We'll have that match coming up for you in the next few days. But from here at Due Process League, this is Byakko with me. Spooky, give us a goodbye.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. And I hope you tune into the next few matches. And yeah, goodbye.